G'day, it's Craig here from White Magic, here to talk about the brand new and improved 2016 White Magic hand press spin mop. As you know, we've been selling the spin mop in Australia, the original and the best, for over 5 years now, and we've listened to all the feedback that's come in over that time, the 100,000 plus units that we've sold across both foot and hand. And we've put all that information and all those improvements into this new hand press set. So I want to take you through the improvements, but I also want to take you through the basics. So these videos, I always like to go through what's in the box, how does it work, and the improvements. So you might pick up something new, even if you've been using a spin mop for many years. So let's go through what's in the box. Okay, let's go through what's in the box of the brand new and improved White Magic hand press spin mop. So the first thing to note is we've changed the head configuration in this set. Previously you'd get one dusting head, one micro finger head, and one white microfiber head. But based on feedback from you, the customer, you've told us that you'd prefer to get an extra white head, microfiber head, because that's the one you use for wet mopping, and buy the other two separately when and if you need them. So that's what we've done. We've taken out the dusting head, we've taken out the micro finger head, and we've included an additional white microfiber head. So this is the one you use for wet mopping, and this is the one that you do most of the mopping with. So that's why we've doubled down on this one and taken out the two. You get the 1.5 meter super lightweight but very strong aluminium spinning pole. Now this is very unique because all the spinning actually occurs in this section. So this section is what actually does all the rotating, 2,600 revolutions per minute to spin the mop head dry, and you get that extra extension piece like we've always included to make it from 1.2 to 1.5. So that means you don't have to bend over when you're mopping. You can stand upright and mop as an extension of your arm. So nothing's changed there. But what we've done here in the bucket, I believe, is really cool. So the first thing we've done is we've changed the position of the handle. So previously the handle used to run lengthways across from front to back. Now we've gone across from side to side. We think that's a much more easy way to hold because basically the two anchor points are much closer together, and also it makes it much easier to pour out the water when you're finished. You can easily pour out the water in a much easier fashion. So that's one change. We've also got rid of the two level base. So previously there'd be a low point and a high point in the bucket. Now we've just made it flat. This has enabled us to make the bucket shorter, which is better for storage. So in the hand press one, you've got a smaller bucket. It still takes, believe it or not, the same amount of water, but it is smaller and therefore better for storage. But what has really transformed things is we've given you the ability to remove the spinner. So you can actually remove this spinner from the bucket and use it separately from the bucket. We'll run through why you want to do that in the next section, but let me show you how you remove the spinner. All you have to do is you have to find the second handle. So there's the main handle, which is the big one like so, but there's actually another one that's actually snugly fitting into the other end. All you've got to do is unclip that, because this clip of the handle actually locks the spinner into place. And when these clips are removed, the spinner can now be removed from the actual bucket, which enables you to do this. So you can actually remove the spinner and the spinner can be used separately. To reattach, it's really easy. All you do is you slide it back in, and just remember, you've always got to lock these handles back in place. You don't want to leave it like this and like this. Always, if you want the spinner to go back into the bucket and lock in, you've got to lock these little tabs in by pressing them down. So now the spinner's locked back in. So that is a big change, and I think a huge improvement, enabling you to use the spinner separately. Also, you've got an up-to-date brochure which takes you through how to work, how to use it, all the different heads that are now sold separately, and all the other products in the range. And of course you get your famous Asthma Australia fridge magnet. So As you all know, we're a major supporter of Asthma Australia. Asthma, they don't know what causes asthma, but they know some of the triggers for asthma, and household chemical use is right up there. So obviously all the White Magic products we sell are chemical free, so that is a great partnership with Asthma Australia. We sponsor the 1-800 asthma support line. We donate to community education programs, and you get your fridge magnet, which you put on the fridge, and it gives you the steps to go through as a first aid checklist if someone in your home is having an asthma attack. So that's a great little initiative that we've been doing for many years. Okay, let's take you through how to use the new White Magic hand press spin mop. Okay, let's go through how to use the new and improved White Magic hand press spin mop. So you get your microfiber head out of the packaging, put it on the ground. You screw together your 4-piece handle. You get your bucket, take it to the sink and fill it up with nice hot water. 6 degrees from the tap's good, but if you can spend the time, boiling from a kettle is even better. Because remember, when the microfibers of the spin mop hit the hot water, they expand and they release the dirt. So the hotter the water, the more they expand, and the quicker they expand, and the more dirt you get out of your mop head during use. So that's a great little tip. So to begin, you simply place your handle over the mop head, step on it until you hear a click like so. That means you've got a nice attachment. Take it to the bucket and let those microfibers absorb as much of that hot water as possible. Then you've got the age-old issue of a soaking wet mop. Simply take it to the spinner, make sure it's in the perfectly vertical position and all the fibers are in the spinner, none are hanging out the side, and then simply compress it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get yourself a practically dry mop head every single time. No streaks, no drips, no puddles. You've got a mop head that's going to clean and not leave streaks behind. You also would have seen the splash guard come into action. That means none of the water sprays out of the bucket during spinning, and you're ready to go. So just remember, the best way to use this spin mop is not in the vertical position like this. The best way to use it is to click it back and use it like a vacuum cleaner at 45 degrees. The easiest way to do that is you find these 2 flanges at the base and you stand behind them. So each flange, one is going left, one is going right, and that's basically your pivot. So if you've got them going left and right, that means you can simply pivot the handle back to 45 and use it as an extension of your arm. If I bring a chair in here, you can see what that really opens up in the way of cleaning. So first, you've got the ability to go around things, around table legs, chair legs, get right in, and no chance of scratching because you've got that plush microfiber that hits and not anything that's hard or scratchy. You've also got the ability to go all the way down to a 6 centimetre clearance. So that means you can get under things, chairs, tables, beds, coffee tables, and you can mop under things. Also remember, you can remove the mop head and you can either change it because you've got a second one, or you can wash it, machine wash it. So the way to remove it is very simple. Again, locate one of those flanges, put your foot opposite one of those flanges, so you're making a 90-degree angle. It runs from there to the middle of your foot and then up, and then move it away from your body. It's that easy. Now the things to remember here is you don't want to step on the red round head when you want to take it off because you're going to snap the handle. So you only want to step on the white microfiber, and you've got to make that 90-degree angle, because if you don't, say I try and do it like this and the flange is pointing this way, the handle will just pivot. By having that 90-degree angle, in essence what you're doing is you're blocking off the pivot. You're stopping the handle from pivoting, and that's what causes it to pop off. Okay, so as I said, you've got 2 of those. They're machine washable over 100 times in a laundry bag. In a normal, we advise a front-loading washing machine. No softener, no bleach, normal washing and powder, and air dry. Don't tumble dry. and you get two of those, remember. And remember, you can buy the micro finger and the dusting separately, but they will fit onto this handle, no problems at all. Okay, now let's step into a bathroom. We're going to remove the spinner and show you how you can use just the spinner without the bucket and do something which you've never been able to do before with the hand press spin mop. Okay, so we've removed the spinner from the bucket and we've come into a bathroom. So say this is a 2-story house and you don't want to lug the bucket all the way up the stairs, but you just got a small bathroom to do. So this is a good idea with this removable spinner. So first thing you can see is the spinner actually stands upright by itself because it has these 3 little legs that enables it to stand upright, and the spinner is actually above the ground. So what you do is we'll wet the mop head, we'll put the spinner close to a drain. It could be over the drain if you want, but just for the purpose of the demonstration, I'm going to have it next to it so you can see the water running into the drain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the shower, I'm going to turn on the shower, and I'm going to wet my mop head. So again, I'm bringing the water to the mop head with a shower that's already here, obviously. I'm then going to insert the wet mop head into the spinner, and then I'm going to spin. So you can see how the water is spinning out of the bottom of the spinner. It's stable, it's not jumping all over the floor. Only difference is you've got to wait for the spinner to stop before you remove it, because otherwise it will start to jump around. But that's now a dry mop head that I can now mop this entire bathroom with, and then I can rinse out in the same manner. So this is a great new way of taking the handle and the spinner into a compact area and not having to lug the bucket around. Okay, that's the end of the video, but just a quick reminder, don't forget you can always get your replacement heads and handles through us or through our retailers. So I'm talking about the microfiber head, the micro finger head, the dusting head, and the replacement handle that works on both foot press and hand press. They're available 24/7 through us or through our retailers. So never think that you're not going to be able to get your replacement parts. White Magic, we always support our products with the best sales support. Now, if you've got any questions about what you've seen in this video today or any other questions about White Magic, give us a call on the toll-free number 1300 306 380 or flick us an email to info@whitemagic.biz.